The Big 12 is going to be fascinating.
256 scenarios remain. Currently,
how many teams are alive?
8.
That's the number.
I thought it was 9.
Is it 9?
I thought it was 9 of the 16 teams are still technically alive. But maybe
they're offering. Yes, there are 9. Even West Virginia is still alive.
Right, because there's still the way that this all gets locked up at 5-3. So currently, and by the way, the 9-team scenarios, once I lay this out, if you're listening to this and haven't looked at it, I think you'll understand. So currently there are 4 teams tied in first place: BYU, Iowa State, Colorado, Arizona State. All 4 of those teams have 6-2 conference records. The craziest scenarios involve all of them losing and falling back to being 3-loss teams, but their opponents, BYU is playing Houston. Iowa State's playing Kansas State. That one's going to have a lot of people's attention. Colorado's playing Oklahoma State. Arizona State is playing Arizona. So the all 4 teams lose seems a little unlikely. The way things are set up with the current tiebreaker scenarios, things do break in the direction of Arizona State and Iowa State. That would be the result if all of them win. But that is not necessarily going to be the case because, for example, if Iowa State loses and everybody else wins, you're going to be having Arizona State against BYU. The same game that we just saw would be replayed for the championship. If Colorado loses, that's another Arizona State against Iowa State. If BYU slips up and loses again, well, now you might have an opportunity for Colorado to be able to slip back into the Big 12 title game. Who's going to be there?
I like Arizona State.
We think Iowa State beats Kansas State?
Not necessarily.
The thing I'm most confident in is that Arizona State beats Arizona.
Right.
Because Arizona State is playing well. Arizona is a dumpster fire.
Yeah, and they're out of bowl contention, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, there is the rivalry aspect of we want to beat our rival, but there's also a chance that that's a dead team walking. So that's, and I'm not highly confident in any of it. But
I think Colorado's going to beat Oklahoma State.
I think Colorado's going to beat Oklahoma State, but I think Kansas State finally got its footing again over the weekend. By the way, did y'all oh man, I don't want to speculate in case it's something personal, but something was up with Chris Kleiman. Did y'all see him getting emotional in some of these post-game press conferences during the loss and talking about how the team had his back? I don't have anything on that, but it made me happier when I saw Kansas State be able to come out and get a good win to get back on track, because if something bad was going on and it was paired with the whole season just sliding right off the rails, that would have been no fun, bad vibes all around.
I'll private chat that.
Okay.
I don't want to share. It's not my info to share.
Okay.
There's a man with a ladder and a leaf blower in my yard. I don't know why he's here.
Do you have gutters?
I do, but I've done okay. I don't know. Maybe he just showed up without telling us he was coming.
So I would, if Kansas State is, turning things around after losing their footing a little bit, I could see Kansas State beating Iowa State. And then therefore, I think setting us up with an Arizona State BYU rematch in the Big 12 title game in Jerry World.
If BYU wins, it's locked, correct?
If BYU, no one
controls. It's only Iowa State or Arizona State to lose.
I think only Arizona State, quote unquote, controls its destiny.
Correct.
So if all the favorites win except Houston upsets BYU, then we actually get Colorado, Arizona State.
Mm-hmm. Which is what the TV network will want.
Yeah. Hey, do you like this?
Would you guys watch an 8-team Big 12 playoff?
No.
I think I would. It'd be hilarious.
Hold on.
It would be hilarious.
Is
and
it
all 8 probably could win.
If it starts on December 18th.
Yes. Right. Yeah.
Yeah. I would watch that. I don't know if
So we leave the Big 12 out of the other playoff.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Like let's say that somehow Tulane jumps up and is ahead of whoever wins the Big 12. If your mark could put this together, I would watch the hell out of an 8-team Big 12 playoff.
Will there be a concert by Mace during the game?
We got Neo this year
for the belt, the WWE belt. It'll be the Big 12 championship belt.
The funny thing is, if we did an 8-team playoff, I think we should get a special bid for Kansas because Kansas would go and win that 8-team playoff.
Yeah, they would right now.
I mean, they're about to go beat Baylor. You know,
Nobody wants to see Kansas in the Big 12 playoff right now.
Nobody wants to see Kansas. That's the team you don't want to see right now.
But I also
they can win the big one.
This is where I think you would want to have the Mountain West champ play the American champ for a play-in spot too. That I would watch, like Boise State versus Tulane or Army, one of those type playing games.
That was good.